Hi guys.
Welcome back to Robertson's Belly Acres.
Welcome.
Well, we don't have a whole lot going on the homestead today because we've got,
Well, it's holiday weekend.
yeah, lots of different things going on. But anyway, we thought we'd bring you guys along on a short vlog. Sorry about the bumping. It's pretty bad.
It's
Our
like
road's
our road's
bad.
rough or something. There comes another one.
Yeah. So, we wanted to talk about something a little bit different today.
Something near and dear.
Near and dear. You know, we've always talked about how we are on this quest for self-sufficiency. If you're new to our channel, we sold a 6.69 acre farm, 3,000 square foot home, several outbuildings, including 4-car garage,
A 20 by 40
shop.
wood shop. Yeah.
We left a lot behind, but we did with a goal in mind.
Our goal is to be debt free and as close to self-sustainable as possible at this point. So in keeping that in mind, today we're going to go pay some bills.
And it seems like it's such a mundane thing to take people along on, but the reason we're doing this is because we used to have everything run through our bank account.
Everything's on auto pay. Don't worry about it. Money's there, just take it.
Well, and I was a banker for 12 years, so it's not that we think that it's unsecure, because we know it's secure. It's just that we lived like a lot of people live, paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
So the paychecks go in the account, direct deposit, and all the bills and all the extras come out, direct withdrawal, right? So when we made this move, we
made the proclamation to take control of our money.
yes.
And not that we didn't have control of it before, but we want to know exactly where every penny's going.
Yes, and you can if you write everything down, but if we're real honest, people don't write things down anymore. If you have it in the account, if your debit card goes through, it goes through. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? So we decided to go on cash basis.
Yes.
So we're kind of stepping back. I remember when I first got married, I was 19. I remember my mom teaching me how to pay bills, and back then you drove to every single place and you paid the bill, and this was all before direct deposit and things like that.
Right. Before debit cards.
Yeah, before they were popular. So we are taking a step back, and we're doing that now. We are paying with cash for the majority of our bills.
Hang on, y'all.
Whatever we can. We have adopted Dave Ramsey's envelope method, and we have done this before. This
Yes.
isn't new.
And it works amazing. It takes time and effort.
It does. It's like a diet. Like, you have to remember to write down that you took money out of this envelope or that envelope, and they have apps for it now, but we're trying real hard to have control, to complete control.
Yes.
It's easy to get lost if everything is automatic. So yeah, we're gonna go pay some bills. It's a little bit different than it used to be back in the day. We don't have to actually go to all the establishments now. There are some bills that we still have to pay online that still have to come out automatically. Some of them you get, discounts if you do, and some of them, like insurance and stuff like that, there's not a facility or a brick and mortar right around the corner. So
Right.
Some of that kind of stuff, it does still have to come out automatic. Our mortgage payment comes out automatic, but other than that, we are paying utilities and things like that all in cash. We buy our gas cash, we buy our groceries cash. We just want control.
Yes.
Okay, so our first stop is at the bank,
The bank.
so we can pick up our cash. that we're going to go out and pay everything with.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part has been learning not to use the debit card.
Yes, definitely. It would be easy if I just left it at home, but knowing that there's the amount of traveling we do for our work, it's one of those things, it's a safety net. So if we do get away from home and have a blowout or an unexpected repair, if we don't have the cash for it in our pocket, which we normally don't, we have the debit card to fall back on, and that's a good thing to have.
And that's another reason why we don't just take all the cash out and keep it at home, because like Rusty said, if we were to take our money out and put it in a safe, say at home, and just
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Thank you. You too.
And just have an empty account, just minimum in there. If we're we travel a lot for work, so if we are on the road somewhere, we need that safety net. If our money is sitting in the safe at home, it's not doing us any good if we are stranded or we need a tire or something of that nature.
Right.
So this is what's different, is they now have kiosks in certain stores where you can pay your bills. But safety first. Just grab a wipey for the card. Going to show us how to use one of these.
We're going to go, always read your user agreement, that way you know what you're getting into and accept. We're going to pay our utilities. We have OG&E for electric. Next. Okay, now we have to have the bill number.
He's put in the number.
Yes. Now I'm going to put in my last name. And enter. Now my phone number.
So then he put in his phone number and the last four of his social, and it tells him exactly how much we owe.
Yes. We're going to hit continue. We're going to pay by cash. There's a $1.50 transaction fee, which that's not a savings, but it's a lot more convenient than trying to drive all over town to go figure out where you got to be to make your bill payment at.
Okay, so hit accept. Okay. Take out our little bill folder. This is bill money.
Watch up here to make sure it's giving me credit for what I'm putting in. Just gonna put $2 more in, accounting for the $1.50 convenience fee. And we're finished. Cash enter. Payment on bill is $152.50.
Okay guys, so then we just come in here and check that off on our little bill organizer that we got at Dollar Tree. Was it Dollar Tree?
Dollar General.
Dollar General.
For $3.
So you do pay a convenience fee to use the kiosk, but
right. But instead of us having to drive 15 miles one way to OG&E's office, we drive right here close to the bank. We're by the bank. We've already been to the bank. Now we're paying this bill. We'll go pay our cell phone bill, and it's all within 7 miles of the house instead of having to drive 15 miles one way to come back to go 7 miles the other way. It saves a lot more on gas.
Yes, and it is still giving us control of what we're spending, because then we know what's in the account by the time we pay all of our bills, is the extra or whatever. So
OG&E, thank you for your payment. They have already sent us the receipt. We know they've received the money. We're good to go for another month.
And we did have to buy a couple of things. We had to buy some soap, dish soap and laundry soap. We have already bought our groceries for the week. And you guys, since we started this lifestyle and since our kids are grown, pretty much,
our grocery bill is like nil.
Yeah, when the kids were at home, we have 3 kids. We used to go get groceries once a month, and we'd spend anywhere from $500 to $600 on groceries a month.
A month. And that was every month. That's not including pops and extras.
Eating out, things like that. Taking the kids to the movies, you know, back in the day. But, so we both had really good jobs. We made good money. I was climbing the corporate ladder. I was driving a new car. I was, you know, we were both just kind of in that. Rusty had, you know, nice vehicles and things. But we spent a lot of money, and, you know, we didn't grow anything. I couldn't grow. I think one year I grabbed patio tomatoes and patio bell peppers, and we might have got 1 bell pepper off of it.
I think we got 1 bell pepper, and that we didn't get any tomatoes.
But we were terrible about it because we were so busy. We were so busy raising kids and climbing corporate ladder, taking those vacations, and you know, driving brand new vehicles. And
well, and it got to the point where we couldn't take vacations because we were too focused on work. We had to make money.
Yes, money became a very, very important aspect of our life. And unfortunately, you know, in our kids' lives, you know, they were growing up thinking, man, we have to have the best of the best. Mm-hmm. And so we slowed down, and we started growing our own food. We started learning. We've learned so much. We know how to preserve food. We've learned how to process, you know, animals that we've raised on our farm. And, you know, so now our grocery bill, our freezer is stocked. I mean, meat and vegetables in our pantry. We need to do some more canning.
So we've got a lot more canning to get done next month or so, but there's still close to 100 pounds of chicken meat in the freezer. There's still goat meat. There's still pork. Mm. We have 2 more pigs to be butchered in February. We have the food.
Yes, and it's food that we raised and food that we grew and, you know, preserved. And so it's a whole different ball game for us. Our dream has changed.
Yes. And
because of that, our grocery bill, I think even if the kids were home, our grocery bill wouldn't be anything like it was. So we did spend extra on groceries this week because of Thanksgiving. But honestly, I mean, we go into the store and it's just Rusty and I for the most part. Cody, he's at home, but he works outside of the home, and, you know, he's here and gone.
Well, and even though it was the holiday, Thanksgiving, we were $7 over budget, what we would normally budget for groceries. So, I mean, yeah, it's extra, but it wasn't like, oh my goodness, we went $100 over. We still stayed at $7, within $7 of being on budget. So, to me, that was a win.
Yes, and it is hard, like we said, not using the debit card. Just, it's fine. I get paid tomorrow. Just use the, you know, that's hard. Because we know that every penny that comes in has to be budgeted. And we're not deprived. Like, we still buy stuff that we really want. We just know that we have to save for things. We can't be on the instant gratification train.
Right.
All right, we're at our next bill stop, and this one's an actual, we just came to the business to pay our bill. So we're gonna go in and pay that, and then we'll come back. Having envelopes. One, we didn't spend money on the envelopes. I mean, I guess we kind of did, because these are all, you know, the return envelopes you get in the mail. So if we didn't have a bill, we wouldn't have a return envelope. Right. So technically we paid for it anyway. But I had a whole bunch of transaction registers from over the years, especially owning a business and whatever and whatnot. We would get these every time we ordered checks. We no longer order checks. We don't use checks. If we need a check, we'll go get one printed. But what we do with these is we stick these in our envelopes, and that way we can keep track of what's coming in and out of the envelopes. So I will write that we have paid our electric bill, and I'll write how much and what we took out of there, and then I'll write that we paid our cell phone bill, and I will do that as well on this. And that just helps us keep track. All right, guys.
All right, there you have it. That's how we pay bills.
That's how we pay part of our bills.
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, just a different way, just showing different options that are out there if you don't have, you know, internet and things like that. We do pay some of them here on the computer and or on our phones, and we do have a few recurring payments that come out that can't be avoided.
Like our house payment.
Yes. So, but anyway, I hope you guys like our videos. If you do, please hit the like button.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yep. Share with your friends.
And leave us a comment, guys, and make sure that you smash that bell and get notified of the next time of our next video that's coming out.
Yep. So until next time, God bless.
See ya.